perfectly executed horror movies with questionable endings, borderline shitty endings. Despite not sticking the landing though, I consider all of these movies to be a 9 or 10 out of 10. I think less would have been more when it comes to the ending of Sinister. I think the creepy child trope is played out. I think ending on a cheap jump scare is lame as fuck. And I think the full-on Bagul reveal was also just unnecessary. He's basically just Dave Grohl in a Spirit Halloween mask. The signature M. Night twist isn't always gonna land, but Signs is one of the more egregious offenders. How in the fuck are aliens capable of intergalactic travel taken down by H2O? Like, if you're scouting the planet, you can see that it's 70% water. Maybe move on to another planet. The US version of The Descent has such a piss-poor ending that Neil Marshall has come out and said that the UK version is the only definitive ending to this movie. The US version finds Sarah escaping the cave and hallucinating about Juno in the car before the credits roll. The UK version is basically the same thing, only Sarah wakes back up to find herself still in the cave, which is not only the more devastating conclusion, but also a payoff for all of the hallucinations leading up to that point throughout the movie. An unlikely movie to make the list, but Psycho is not above criticism. And I'm not talking about the final shot of Norman Bates with the skull superimposed over his face. That shit's actually pretty fucking dope. We really don't need the psychiatrist explaining the ending of the film to the audience. It really is a head scratcher as to why Hitchcock decided to include that. I still think the original Hell House is one of the best found footage movies ever made, but the ending does feel like sort of an afterthought. I'm not really sure if making Sarah a paranormal entity is the best way to tie this up. Again, less is more. It feels like a tacked on storyline to try to tie up some loose ends, whereas a far more ambiguous ending would have been the perfect way to wrap this up.